Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another day in which I forgot to put this thing on. I have not been up for very long. It's been about an hour. I woke up about 10 minutes before 6, and then I've been in here. Now, yesterday, I took a quick walk to the post office, so I'm going to... So, this is cool. There was no thank you note inside of the envelope that it was sent in. I don't know if the Amazon people just didn't do it or if it was a part of supposed to be with something else, but so there was no name for me to thank anyone. It just said Amazon Gift Services. So thank you very, very much. It is awesome. As you can tell, I am wearing it. Definitely a good thing. And I don't know if you noticed, but my pocket has been trying to escape. Little saber slash cream of the hamster band, cookies and cream. Cookie is still over in the cage underneath the window over there. Mama Squeak is still doing good. She barely moves around. I mean, she moves. I still hear her thumping around when she goes to drink. But when she's not drinking, she's just basically staying in her nest and just sleeping and eating, and then she'll get up and wander around and do things, but she doesn't wander far and do much. She is such a sweetheart. They all are. I really love my little hamsters. They are just sweethearts. I love these little rodents. They're absolutely wonderful. I'm going to put her into her cage. There you go, little one. You're going to go back. So you can go back to sleep. Yes, I was cruel. I woke her up. Life is life. I did a little bit of rearranging with, like, I put this stuff over here. I put this picture back up there because nothing really works up against the wall. I rearranged some few things here. You can't really tell, the focus isn't wonderful. And I had to move some of these things here from down over here and up here and such. There's going to be more movement. It's getting there. It looks cool, I think. It's still very busy and it needs to be balanced. But, you know, for this situation that I'm in right now, I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. This is a horrible, sloppy mess, but that's because right now, the entirety of my room here is pretty much a horrible, sloppy mess. I'm going to be working on that. Just like I got too many bricks right now. As long as I don't make it worse, or I do it a little tiny bit each day, I'm good. It doesn't have to be just fixed up from moving the bookcase from that wall to back there. So it's going to get done. And sooner rather than later. Not a whole ton has happened. As I said, I went walking yesterday. Finally. It was semi-rainy before I went out on my walk. And well, I mean, during the day, it was just raining all day yesterday. On and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. And when I went walking, it was... You could use an umbrella. You didn't have to, but you could when I was out walking. And then finally I ended up going, you know what, I need caffeine for tomorrow. And so I went to the store and I grabbed a couple of sodas. At which point, because I had, I balanced myself so my back doesn't kill me. So I have equal thing. If I buy 2 sodas, I carry one this arm, one this arm. Well, of course, that's when it had to rain. Where you no real choice anymore. You needed the brolly. So I had to keep lifting up one arm as much as I could while carrying the bags to hold the umbrella over my head, and I'm swapping it every block and some as I'm walking to come back. Oh, that was fun. My arms were killing me by the time I got back here. Oh, joy. Past that, I just made videos and I fell asleep once, pretty bloody solid. And that's bad because with no sleep mask, I am so groggy when I wake up. I mean, I have sleep apnea. I stop breathing when I'm sleeping. And it's not related to weight because I if you take away the weight of my loose skin, I got a good 20 some odd pounds. I've been checking my body over. It's closer to 20 than 15 pounds of loose skin. I'm closer to 150 and some odd pounds, so I can't even remember where I was going at that. I was just saying I gotta be careful. But, so yesterday I didn't do a whole lot and then went walking, and so I just gotta be careful. Oh yeah, it was the sleeping thing, the sleep apnea. Yeah, so when it's not weight related, because if you have weight, you can have obstructive sleep apnea, where the soft structures in your throat collapse and block your airways. Well, I don't have that. I've never had that. I have what's known as central apnea, where your brain literally forgets to tell your lungs to breathe. I've got perfect clear airways, and I just go, and then I remember to breathe. But it can be a minute and a half before I remember to start breathing again. With the sleep apnea mask, because I wear a mask, there's ones where it just goes over your nose and it just shoves air into your nose. I've always had chronic sinusitis, and I've been a mouth breather my whole life because my sinuses 90% of the time are so clogged up that if I try to breathe through them alone, I get very anxious, and then I have to stop breathing through my mouth because I'm not getting enough oxygen and my blood oxygen level keeps falling. So I've been a mouth breather my whole life. Joy. So I can't use the one that puts air into my nose, or half the time it's just going to be escaping back out around the tube trying to push the air in. So I have to wear the mask, which shoves the air down my throat and into my digestive tract. That part's always fun. I love that part. I don't love that part. It is bloody painful. About every other day I wake up, it is very difficult to even stand upright because of all the air in my digestive tract. Oh, the cramping is horrible. It is not fun, but better than having a heart attack or stroke. So that's why I don't like falling asleep in here, because I stop breathing. And I don't want to have a stroke or a heart attack in here because I've fallen asleep. Joy. So yesterday when I woke up, I was all groggy because I had apparently fallen asleep. Not so long, though. There have been times I woke up, it feels like I've been kicked in the head by a horse, and my ears are ringing. That means I've slept. I've stopped breathing for probably close to 2 minutes. And I'm suffering from severe oxygen deprivation. But my ears are ringing when I wake up, and I feel like I've been kicked in the head. Yeah, I've been about 2 minutes that I've stopped breathing, and I've been desperate for air. Yeah, it's joyous. But life is life. Life is life. It's okay. I got to get back in, this jumped to something else, and then I suddenly got overwhelmed by brain information because I wanted to say I'm still hoping to do a collaboration, Golf with Friends, with 8-Bit Simmer, who's had a whole bunch of different usernames, and I'm sorry about the has a whole bunch of usernames and has switched and swapped between them, but because of a whole bunch of EA and Sims 4 work, has settled down for at least a little while on 8-Bit Simmer, and that's A-okay. Problem is, of course, right now, the hurricane and the 8-Bit Simmer is right in the path. So even though it went from category 4 of unprecedented power down to, what was it, category 2, it's still dumping horrendous amounts of rain on the Carolinas. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. And especially North Carolina. Back in 2012, the Republicans in charge of North Carolina said you can no longer look at climate change and you're determining where you were going to build, how much you're going to spend on reinforcing things, and you just said you cannot take a look at rising waters or anything. Climate change, you cannot put climate change into any of your calculations. So everyone's been building according to the laws where you shouldn't be building. And they've been not reinforcing when they should have been reinforcing, because not only have there been rising waters, but the waters have been rising so much faster than that has ever been expected. So now everyone's been building in floodplains where the water goes because it was illegal to determine whether or not it would be safe to build there. Nobody's built up any of the stuff to stop the waters because it was illegal to determine whether or not you needed to. It's going to be like $2 billion to save the infrastructure of North Carolina, because back in 2012 it was easier just to deny climate change. Would have cost a couple of $100 million back then. So to save a couple of $100 million, now it's going to be about a good $2 billion at a minimum to save the North Carolina infrastructure. And since our president has already denied that anyone over 65 people died in Puerto Rico and has declared throwing paper towels at refugees in Puerto Rico as an unqualified success, I'd say North Carolina is screwed. It doesn't matter. So, joy. So today, I'm just hoping to clean up more of my room, a little tiny bit, not much. I just have to deal with one brick at a time. Now, the good thing that I want to say real quick is yesterday, on Thursday, I was supposed to get my methadone. It didn't show up. Friday, I called up the VA and said, what's going on here? And then they did not get in contact with me at all. They said, we'll have people talking with you within the hour to find out what you need to do. Never heard from them the rest of the day. I called up the VA many times going, what am I supposed to do? What do I do? What do I do? Am I supposed to go to the ER? Do I ride this out at home? What do I do? And they just said, we have your meds in the mail. It'll take 3 to 5 business days. 3 to 5 business days. I'm going to be withdrawing right now. What do I do? Nobody told me a thing. They just said, the stuff is on the way. Clickety-click. So I was left in panic. But the pharmacy, in cahoots with the government, the USPS, they must have put it in with FedEx or whatever, and they overnighted it. So my methadone showed up yesterday. I am not withdrawing now. I managed to find, actually, some dropped methadones. So I was not doing well, but not withdrawing anywhere near as quickly as I was going to. But the fact that it showed up, but nobody talked to me. They said, when I called them at 9:30, we'll have people calling you within the hour, telling you exactly what you need to do. Never heard from anybody. Not a thing. No one. So, I'm glad that the methadone showed up. I'm glad that they went and moved heaven and hell to get it going. But why couldn't they have talked to me? Why couldn't they have returned the calls like they said they were going to? Why did I have to be left in panic, wondering if I was going to have to go to the ER and who was going to pay for it? I was treated very poorly, and I'm going to be calling up the head of the VA as best as I can to go upward and complain about that, because that was unconscionable. I should not have been left hanging with that, wondering, what do I even do? Do I go to the ER? Am I going to withdraw? We're not going to help you. That was wrong. So yeah, I've got a whole bunch of extra bricks added into my backpack. There's a whole lot of anger holding that one upward though. Outrage keeping it nice and light and fluffy. So that part's good. But I had tried to say yesterday really quick and got... I'm disorganized, so disorganized. I would have a middle name. If I had a middle name, it would be disorganized, but I'm not organized to even have a middle name. But somebody sent me some cat food. Thank you very much. Now, if I put it on my wish list this way, I was the idiot, because I tried not to do it, and I'm good at it. For whatever reason, Amelia does not like pate, classic cat food, where it's just in the loaf. She does not like loaf. And so I try to get flake or shred or stuff like that, where it's bits and chunks of the actual meat stuff in gravy, and she just chows on that. She has been eating the loaf. she's not been happy about it. But I'll tell you, not being happy about something and eating it is so much better than starving. She has put on weight. She felt so thin. I was worried whether or not she was even going to be living another year. Now she's not fat, but her belly isn't sunk in like she's starving. She's got meat back on her. She's got years left in her. So thank you so very much. She doesn't love loaf. She'll eat it. And that's what's important right there. Very good thing. If you can check out my game channel, I have a game channel if you like watching older people play video games. I try to do a video game a day. Definitely a thumbs up on that. I've opened up 24 hours on my community tab. I'm going to thank 20 to 25 people. I count an American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, and I still get lost. That's why it's a range. Fibro, depression, all sorts of good stuff. And if I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at pronouncing things. I'm better than most, but... And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. I'm just going to I'm going to thumbs up everyone I read, answer as many as I can, but for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. The fact is you left me a comment. Thank you very much. Calling up my Chrome, we have Gucci Boss, B-O-S-S. Thank you very, very much. And Aria Noctis. Cool name. Thank you. Ice Damon. Always good to see you. And Rod Moyes, thank you very, very much. Tundra Keeper, good to see you in the comments. And I'm so sorry things keep happening to you. Life is fun, isn't it? Strange Strand, thank you very, very much. And Mundo Productions, greatly appreciated. Jam Carrot, greatly appreciated. Vice Music, thumbs up and thank you. Chase Dustin, greatly appreciated. Ryan H, thumbs up. Laura Tunstall, greatly appreciated. Colt Hawkinson, thumbs up and thank you. John Carter, greatly appreciated. Truth X Dare. Ooh. And Jeff Myers, greatly appreciated. Monica, thank you very much. Mama Chell, greatly appreciated. I didn't have as many comments as normal, so I'm really searching for names. Gabriel Otto Vordem Schenfelde. I sure hope I'm close, but I bet I missed that because I was trying so quickly. Peace Penguin, thumbs up and thank you. CK Emperor, greatly appreciated. Bab Kizzle, thumbs up. And Lambert, thank you very, very much. Let's try to find somebody I haven't hit yet. Base Fishing Central, thank you very, very much. And Rafaela Vieira, thank you, each and every one of you. Greatly appreciated. As stated, get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. It is appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Definitely a thumbs up. Today is a boring day. I've already been bored this morning, and I've only been up like an hour, a little over an hour. I woke up at like 10 to 6, and so I've been up since 6, and it's almost 7:30, so I've been up for an hour and a half, and I've already been bored. Nobody's really pumping out videos on YouTube, and no articles. A lot of places are still Monday through Friday, so I gotta find something to fill the empty hours. I'll figure something out. So, no, I'm really jumping the gun there. If you could check my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool. I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. No, what the heck am I talking about? If you could subscribe to the channel, like I said, it's all one extemporaneous hot take. So when my mouth goes mad and my brain is going, what? You gotta hear it and see it all. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I do my very best to keep you entertained as much as I can. Now, if you do not want to subscribe, I do understand, especially after this little display. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. I'm not a hyper vlogger. I don't cut out everything so it's just the message. I don't take a 20-minute talk and then condense it down into like 30, 40 seconds of speech. No, I'm not a hyper vlogger. I talk. I'm me. I'm bubble sorting my brain so that I can live and survive through the day. So you take care, Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing. Have the best day you can.